correct direction of will, total freedom. BD number 6281. June 10, 1955, the path you traveled until now was a path of captivity, when you had to do what my will demanded of you. Such a path would never have provided you with happiness, because you can never be happy without freedom and strength and must be of service against your will, when you live in a certain bondage even though the Lord, who was to blame for this bondage of yours, had no control over you. You were held in bondage and you still are, even though as human beings you received free will again, thus you can do as you please and decide for yourselves. However, now this Lord of yours has a certain amount of control over you again, which had previously been taken away from him. You ought to know that you should use this apparent state of freedom in order to liberate yourselves totally, in order to completely free yourselves from your ruler's control. And this liberation has to be endeavored and accomplished by you yourselves, thus you must use your will such that you only ever do what helps you to attain permanent freedom. My adversary, however, still being your master, uses his power by influencing your will, by presenting all that is worth striving for which is, in fact, not suitable to release you. It will only ever chain you more firmly to the one from whom you should release yourselves. After the previous infinitely long path, this time of free will signifies an immeasurable grace, and if you avail yourselves of this grace the state of slavery will end for good, the apparent freedom in your earthly life will become an actual permanent condition, in which you no longer need to fear being harassed or influenced by my adversary, thus you will be and remain truly free for all eternity. Nevertheless, you can also succumb to his influence during the time you were given for testing your will, and can strengthen the chains instead of loosen them. And you don't realize what you throw away by using your will wrongly, by yielding to and fulfilling my adversary's will. A life of inconceivable bliss lies ahead of you which you voluntarily relinquish purely to spend your short lifetime on earth in pleasure which is only felt by the body. You are not aware of this, but neither do you believe it when the knowledge of it is conveyed to you. But during this short lifespan on earth I must respect your freedom of will. I will neither deny my adversary the right to influence you nor prevent you from using your will wrongly. For it depends entirely on you as to whether I or my adversary will win you over. You yourselves must decide your fate in eternity, you yourselves bear the responsibility for your earthly life. But time and again you will be admonished and cautioned, you will be taught and informed about your task during this short time. Everything will be done in order to make you take the right decision. Your will, however, remains free, and if you therefore strive towards the abyss again you will indeed attain it, just as you will infallibly reach higher spheres if your will chooses thus. Your lifetime on earth is only short, but the consequences of your life on earth extend for an infinitely long time or even for the whole of eternity. For as long as you are still not free you are also wretched and far from your original state. And this can be changed by you, you can become again what you were in the beginning and therefore also be immensely happy. Don't let this time of grace pass you by unsuccessfully, make use of your granted freedom, so that you will release yourselves from the last fetter, so that your soul will be free and unburdened and able to lift itself up into the kingdom of light, into your true home, so that it can return to me, its Father of eternity, and remain with him forever. Amen.